If you're watching this video, you're either someone that I told about Girls State and was kind of confused about it because I didn't quite know what it was, and so in turn you wouldn't either, or you're a girl that wants to go to Girls State and does not want to pay $10.99 a month to watch the documentary on Apple Plus. Either way, you're welcome, and I'm gonna get straight into it and tell you what Girls State is, what it's like a day in the life of a Girls Stater, and what I learned from it and what I took from it. So first, what is Girls State? It's basically a week-long conference and gubernatorial simulation with a bunch of guest speakers. It's like summer camp, but it can be used on college applications. You can make connections, and you're with mostly like-minded teens and like girls with Girls State, and with your mini courses, you're with boys, so I say teens. And you concentrate on the importance of state government. If you like civics or hearing about other people's opinions, and you're like someone who likes reading autobiographies, it's perfect for you. There is a lot of sitting, so much sitting, and it gets so hot so that those 30 minutes total, basically, of you walking each day probably feels like an eternity. And it's just, if you really don't know that much about government, it's fine. If you know a lot about government, it's great. But I feel as though everyone will get something from it. That first day is gonna hit you like a buzz. You get to the dorms, you go straight to a town meeting. You might be able to put down your bag, but you go straight to the town meeting, and you're gonna see in your dorms, they're gonna give you a cute little shirt, a folder with the Girls State song, the schedules, and all the requirements and all the things you need to be a Girls Stater. You'll also get your name tag, your key, your lanyard, and a notebook and a pen, which is like, oh, are we gonna be writing? I thought this was Girls State, not girls' school. And it's actually really, really important because sometimes you want to write stuff down, or if you're voting for people, you want to write down what you liked and what you didn't like. And that notebook low-key saved me, because when you're in those elections, you're not having your phone out. No, you're locked in, and you want to listen to your friends, listen to your fellow Girls Staters, and show that you're attentive and be kind. Now, I don't want to ruin and spoil the excitement of each day by telling you, here's what's going to happen Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. But I will tell you, each day is longer than the last, and it gets harder each day. Not harder to like it, but harder as in you're going to be making more decisions, you're going to need to manage your time more wisely, and you're going to be seeing more and more of your potential and seeing more and more of other girls' personalities, and it might get a tiny bit overwhelming. And I could go on and on about things that I want to change in the schedule and things that I wish I could have done more and what I wish I didn't. But I think you experiencing each single day is one of the best things about Girls State, because everyone takes away their own thing from it. And that's what makes Girls State so special. If you allow yourself to spread out like a butterfly and be a social butterfly and be friends with people in your town, in your county, be kind to your counselors, be kind to the veterans and the people from the American Legion Auxiliary, if you allow yourself to be the best version of you, that tiny bit of stress, that tiny bit of anxiety and nervousness will not make you crumble, but it will help you grow. Because it does get a little bit hard when you're making posters, talking to people, and you're realizing you go to bed later and later. You wish you did more in the day. It feels like every day is like 12 hours instead of 24. There's so much pressure. But if you make good connections with people around you and rely on other people and are kind to everyone else, it's going to be so easy. It's going to be a burden lifted off of you, because you have such a great support system that you make in such a short time. Now, let me take you through a day in the life of a girl stater. So, you wake up, do what you gotta do, then you meet up with your town. Then you go to breakfast. Depending on which county you're in and what day it is, you're gonna go to an earlier or a later breakfast. I prefer early because it's not messed up from the boys and there's still more food. But some people like later. Some people like it to be waking up later and then you go straight to what you gotta do. Then you have a girls' state assembly, which is raising the flag, pledging to the flag, doing some reflections, singing the girls' state song, and then learning what you're going to do for the day. Later in the week, you're going to have things called electives, where you choose if you want to do government, law, or economy, and you just have fun with those. I don't know if it's going to be the same each year, but you'll find out, and even if it's the total opposite of what we did this year, it's still going to be really, really fun. Then afterwards, you go to Gen Ed, or General Education, and you have all the girl staters near you, and you sit with your town, you take out your notebook, and you listen to whichever speaker is in front of you. And you want to be really respectful because they're taking time out of their life to come speak to all of us girls. And some of them were past staters, some of them were not, but they're all there to teach you and talk to you and help you figure out what you love and what you don't love about state government. You either love it or you hate it, but at the end of the day, every single time someone's gonna ask, what's your biggest failure and how you got over it? And you are gonna have to deal with that all week. And the answer is always going to be the same. So remember this question and make a variation of it because it definitely gets annoying. But then you'll have lunch, which also is in waves, just like breakfast and just like dinner. Then after that, if it's later in the week, like I said, you're going to be going to your mini courses. And those are classes that are mixed with both girls and boys where you learn about something that you're interested in. There's a bunch of different ones that are more popular, less popular. My town, I don't know if we're just too awesome, but we weren't allowed to be in a specific one. And I won't tell you which one it is, but it's very, very popular and a lot of people want to do it. And just try to choose ones that you wouldn't think. Like there's one about holidays. There's some about campaigning. And I did the campaigning one. I did not win my campaign, but I had the best teacher, and she also happened to be my counselor. I love her so much. If that sounds like a lot, you're not wrong, because you're only at 12 p.m. Now, each day is different. I can't lie to you and say, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to be doing the same thing. But afterwards, you have 4:30 to look forward to, because then that's your free time. 4:30 to 5:45. Don't waste it. Don't take a nap. Go do newspaper. Go do choir. Go make friends. Go make bracelets. Go make posters. Go and socialize because it's the best part of the day. Then afterwards, you have different things happening. It's going to be dinner. And then you have a girls' state assembly. And then you have your town meetings that happen every night. This is where I want to emphasize, use your time wisely between dinner, assembly, voting, debates, things like that, because the showers, they will be taken up. So decide right now if you're going to be a morning person or a night person. And you better be quick if you're a night person. And then you're going to be in your town meeting, or if it's a whistle stop day, whistle stop, in your PJs. Just find a way to be in your PJs, because after that you do not want to be getting up from all that craziness and then going to take a shower and then going to bed, because lights out is at 11 and they mean 11. Now here are some do's and don'ts of girls' day. Do try really hard. My counselors taught me the first day that if you aren't trying a little too hard, you really aren't trying hard enough, because you trying and you working towards your goals will bring you so far in this week, and it will show other people that you're dedicated, and it will make you seem like a better person towards others. Because my counselors didn't have to have a disco ball connected to Mamma Mia, connected to Greece, which is connected to democracy, which was the name of our town. They didn't have to go all that way. They didn't have to painstakingly write questions on a balloon just for us to be connected the first day. They didn't have to buy candy with their own money. They didn't have to go on Target trips for us. But they helped us, and they made sure that we were the most comfortable town out of all the towns this week. Now, I'm not saying you need to go to Target for your friends. No, but you need to help someone out if they're having a little bit of trouble. Share your notes from a mini course or from a gen ed. Go get water for your friend at the water bubbler. That small act of kindness, that small act of caring really goes so far, and that helps so much. Another thing that's connected to this, pack extra clothes, because your clothes could get stuck in the dryer and your Girls State shirt could get stuck in the washer and dryer and you have nothing to wear. So pack an extra shirt, pack a hoodie, because it's cold inside, hot outside. You can take it off, but you can't put more on, if that makes sense. And you could run for something and need professional clothes. You're not just going out in your gray Girls State shirt. No, bring a blazer, bring a dress, because the cute outfits make it so much fun, and you might get a vote or two because of it. And if you want to go to Girls Nation, you need to look professional, so pack extra clothes. Next, ask questions, because your counselors are there to help you. It's better to not know and then ask a question than get reprimanded for not knowing. And I know this firsthand. Don't ask me why, but I know this firsthand. So ask them about everything, because they're there to help you. Along those lines, if there's a small problem, tell your counselors immediately, because if you tell one other friend instead of telling a counselor, that one other friend is going to tell their friends from their town, their friends from school, and then everyone's going to know about it. A whole county's going to know about it before your counselors, and that just hurts your counselors, and that just makes the problem way bigger. Next, treat every single adult, counselor, CIT, even lunch lady with the same respect that you would a teacher from school or your boss from work, because they deserve that respect just for a living. They don't have to have a cool title for you to respect them. Respect everyone. Now, that respect needs to leak out into everything you do in life, but it's really important during Girls' Day as well. Another thing, enhance yourself. Enhance yourself so much. Don't lie, but make yourself better. If you like writing, join newspaper. If you play an instrument, join band. If you like singing, join choir. Use your time to be the most yourself you've ever been. And if you're bad at something, use this time to meet new people and learn how to get better. Even if you're not the best singer, singing the national anthem is not the hardest song ever. Even if you're not the best tuba player, you're going to be next to people who have way better orchestras than your school. So you're going to have the time of your life if you try to enhance yourself and make yourself better at everything. For the girls that want to go to Girls' State to win governor or auditor, listen up. Elections start off on vibes. I like this girl, she's cool. I like how she connects herself and what she does to what she wants to do in Girls' State. That's cool, that's chill. But then after that first county caucus, really focus on your speech. Make sure you introduce yourself, talk about your accomplishments, connect your accomplishments to what you want to do. So if you're a secretary at your school, in your student council, then run for secretary and show them that you've raised $2,000 in 5 months. Show off those accomplishments. Then afterwards, you want to talk more about, how your personal values have made you do that. Then afterwards, you want to call to action. Be like, hey, vote for me because I've done all this and I want to do this for Girls' State. And then add a little bit of relatability. Show yourself that you're down to earth. Show everyone else that, you're just like them. You're not just the president of your student council. No, you're a girl just like them, and you just really want to win. Next, this is for later in the week, but make sure that you get all of your acquaintances' snaps or numbers, emails even, because those girls are going to be so important later in life. If you have a birthday party, if you have your graduation party, if you just want more friends from around the state, they're so nice, they're so great, and there's no better place to get friends than from there. Focus on your friend snaps. And if you're at the garden party, do not focus on boys' staters because they are way grosser than they seem. I promise. Unless it's the boys' state governor from this year, because he is a super chill guy. Last but definitely not least, turn your what ifs into why nots. Doing things even when you're afraid is bravery, and you don't want to walk out of this week being unfulfilled because you're afraid. Turn your what if they don't like me into why not introduce myself. Turn your what if I lose into why not be friends with the other candidates. Turn all those what ifs, turn all those scaredness, turn all that nervousness into a why not. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the week, you're going to walk out of this with friends and experience and learning way more about state government than your school could ever teach you. All in all, it's going to be a great week. At the end of those 7 days, you're going to be a way better person than you started if you actually put care and thought into it. Because if you're shy, you'll find your voice. And if you're loud, you'll learn to listen. Everyone gets their own thing out of it, and it changes you in your own way. Be unapologetically yourself, because you are teaching others just as much as you are learning from them. And don't get too tight about losing or your friends losing, because if you have that sore loser attitude, your friends can follow you and it blinds your judgment. Just, make sure that you're chill. Yeah, it's a great experience and it could open a bunch of doors, but chill out. It's 1 week in the summer. And remember that it's a lesson at the end of the week, and you take out of this as much as you put in. So if you sleep during the gen eds and you're kind of rude to your townmates, who's going to vote for you? If they see you snoring when some people are talking, why are they going to listen when you're talking? If they see you being mean and snarky to other candidates, how are they going to believe that you're really nice and raise money for kittens? Be yourself and be kind, but don't be yourself and be mean. On the topic of lessons, something I learned from this year's Girls State Governor is that you need to remember to speak even though your voice shakes. Be bold and be unapologetically yourself, because she was a little bit scared and then she won a freaking governor. So even if you're a little bit scared, you can run for governor, you can run for auditor, you can run for secretary, treasurer, anything you put your mind to, put your heart to. Thanks.
You're too slow. You need to catch up. You get this in there.
I want a salad. I want a party. I want a samba. Hey, my life. And a party. And fly.